Thank you. Joining me now once again for a legal deep dive is criminal defense attorney Hector Diaz of Diaz Law. This sounds like it is out of a movie. There is so much mystery involved. What do you make of those words that were found on the bullet casings?
They're, in the insurance kind of defense insurance community, those are the 3Ds of insurance defense. So it's, you'll hear them a lot when insurance companies are maybe reviewing a claim and looking to deny the claim. And it's just, they're words that are tossed out quite often in this area.
Which is one more reason why, this seems like a targeted attack. Also, the mayor of New York City, who's also a former NYPD captain, he was even saying that the shooter used a silencer on a gun. That was something he had never even seen before. It was shocking to him. I mean, that's one more thing where this could be a targeted attack. There's so many clues here.
Well, and I think the concern here is that this is not just targeted. This was done by somebody who's very skilled, has a specific skill set, knew what he was doing, had cased the area, was very, very calculated and skilled with the weapon that was used a silencer, which is not a common, apparatus that you can put on a weapon. And also the weapon had jammed during the shooting. And this person apparently, we haven't seen video of this, but law enforcement was able to fix that jam very quick and continue with, his attack. And so, I've talked to some of my former law enforcement contacts, and, when a gun jams like that in a situation that's very volatile, it's very difficult because, the emotions are up, the stress is up. And this person had no issue and no problem.
Yeah, seemed very, very calm. And then took off on an e-bike into the park?
Right. Yeah, the reports are that he had an escape route, that this was absolutely mapped out. He knew where he was going to go. Probably had figured out, listen, it's Midtown Manhattan. For those of you that have been there are cameras on every corner.
Yeah.
Every building has a camera. They're looking to see that e-bike, which has a GPS on it, which way to go. So, it seems professional, but again, there's always fingerprints in terms of these kinds of cases.
And then what other things do you think investigators are looking for? Because again, this is such a bizarre and dark case.
I think that they're starting with, is this a disgruntled insured? Is this somebody who had submitted a claim and then UnitedHealth had denied it? I think that seems maybe a little too simple. This is a CEO. There are a lot of, we're hearing that there were threats that were made against him. There's all sorts of information out there. They're looking at his computers. They're looking at and interviewing some of his family members, some of his colleagues there at UnitedHealth, trying to figure out, hey, who would have been a viable threat here? And they're looking at it. No doubt that you have the FBI in addition to the New York Police Department that are looking at this. And it's, they are digging into the electronics right now.
And he had threats before this too.
Absolutely.
So. All right, we want